Today we're making Sayadieh, and of course we need to get fish. So we are at a typical, authentic, if you want, fish market. How are you, Joseph? You're good?
طمنا عنك صديقك الملك، ونحن هون خصوصي معروفين بس حدا يمرق من هون بالبجعة. فينا نخدمك اليوم.
Abou Zouz, today we're gonna make Sayadieh. Which fish do you propose?
أنا بعطيك اشياء السيادية مميزة، سلطان الأحمر.
Alright.
وبعطيك أبو شويكة للأحمر يلي بيعمل مرقة حلوة حمراء.
Alright.
وبعطيك حبتين دجاج. أهلا وسهلا فيك حبيب القلب مبروك. والله اشتقت لك.
Sayadieh is derived from the word Sayada, which means fisherman in Lebanese. Anyways, beautiful people, this is truly an exceptional dish. For everyone who loves fish, rice, and beautifully caramelized onions, then this dish is definitely for you. For the first step, we're gonna start with the broth. In a medium heat, in a pot, we're gonna pour in some olive oil. We're gonna wait a few, let's say a minute, until it's hot. And then we need to add very finely chopped onions. We're gonna sprinkle some 7 Lebanese spices, some cumin, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, mix, wait, take your time, because what we are looking for is to caramelize and burn the onions. So it's gonna take around, let's say 8 minutes until they are really dark, because this is what's gonna give the rice a beautiful color. This is the time where we're gonna add the fish heads, the bones, whatever you have. Today we're using sea bream and the catch of the day because this is what Abou Zouz offered us. And honestly, you can use any fish that you have in the chillers, because in the old days they used to use the leftover. We're gonna mix them until everything is almost half cooked. Then we're gonna fill the pot with water. We can add the aromatics. Today we're using only bay leaves because we're trying to make it as simple as possible so you can find all your products at home. I am gonna leave the broth approximately for 1 hour because what I'm looking for is to have a really intense caramelized onion fish type of broth. Then we are gonna strain the entire thing. Don't forget to leave some fish broth on the side because of course we're gonna make the sauce. For the Spanish you have the paella. For the Indians you have the biryani. For the Brazilians you have the feijoada. For the Cubans, what do you have? Puerco y frijoles con negros. And for the Lebanese, we have the Sayadieh. Once you try it, you will keep on coming for it. What is your favorite rice dish? Leave me a comment and let me know. Today, we are using a long grain rice, and that's truly essential for this dish. We're gonna soak them. We can leave them approximately 30 minutes. We need them to be tender. And then in the pot where we caramelize the onions with the spices, we're gonna add the rice into them, all right? Then we're gonna pour in our magical potion, the fish broth, a bit of salt, and then we're gonna keep them 20 minutes plus or minus. But always check your rice. It really depends, but you have to be careful not to burn your rice. The rice is beautifully done, flaky, grain by grain, perfection. This is exactly what we're looking for. The color, the aromatics, the smell. This is how you should do your rice. Now let's make the sauce for this exquisite Sayadieh. So first, what we need to do is, in a small bowl, we can add some cornstarch and we can add some water. Basically, we're simplifying the cooking process and we're using that to make the sauce thicker. Sometimes you can use some roux. Roux is a bit more European. It's gonna give it a different flavor. I prefer to use this method because it doesn't take time at all and you can make your dish really fast. Then in a small pot, we can add the jus. We're gonna add the mixture of cornstarch with it. We're gonna whisk really well. And this is where we're gonna finalize with the freshly squeezed lemon juice, a bit of salt, until the jus bubbles. You see those bubbles on the side? This is what we're looking for. And we're gonna whisk everything together and set them on the side. Fish fillets are commonly used for the Sayadieh. However, today we are gonna prepare this Sayadieh with Sultan, which is a red mullet. Sultan is basically the pearl of the sea when it comes to Lebanon. They're small fish packed with flavors. To prepare the fish, we need to sprinkle some salt. Then we need to dust them with flour. And then we're gonna deep fry them using a non-flavored oil. We're looking basically for a golden color. And they will take approximately 8 to 10 minutes. We still need them to be moist, don't forget that. As for the fish fillet, I am gonna teach you one of my all-time favorite starters called Tajin Samak. No, it is not the Moroccan dish, it's totally different. For us, the Lebanese, it is a dish made with fish. It's a beautiful starter that goes as well with the Sayadieh. Of course, I am gonna teach you how to make the Tajin Samak in the next episode. Let's make the final touches for the Sayadieh. So in a pot, we're gonna add some non-flavored oil on a medium heat. We're gonna wait, let's say around 10 minutes until it's medium hot. Then we're gonna add in some cashew nuts, some almonds. But really pay attention. It looks a really easy task, but sometimes you can mess it up. If the oil gets really, really hot, you're gonna burn them. In general, it is always as well topped on the top with golden black onions. But for me today, I decided to make it without the onions because I wanted to change a little bit.
واو شو هالصحن بياخد العقل.
Look at this color. Beautiful brown color. And then we're gonna add now the fried fish on the top, which is flaky. It is perfectly done. A bit of fish stew. And then we're gonna sprinkle with the fine chopped nuts that we did earlier, right?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Look, that's really exceptional, beautiful people. There is a lot of Lebanese recipes coming your way. Subscribe, stay tuned. We'll see you very soon. Ma salami. Ciao.